How's it going, Reject Nation? We are going to start The Witcher finally for the first time in our lives. If you normally skip intros, please stick around for this one because the uploads for this are going to be a little bit weird over the next few weeks. Ideally, we would like to do this weekly, but we know the season 2 comes out, I think, December 17th. So there's going to be some weeks where we'll probably do 2 uploads in that week just to make sure we can be on top of when season 2 comes out. I was given this shirt ages ago and I never started the show, but I figured let's start now. That way, by the time season 2 comes around, we'll be done with season 1. It's a perfect segue. So subscribe, click that notification bell to get notified when our reaction to the next episode of Witcher is up. Please go ahead, hit that like button. That is the #1 thing that helps us out in the algorithm. Full-length watch-alongs for Witcher over at our Patreon page. Cover a bunch of shows over there as well, where at the same tier you get the option for reaction highlights and watch-alongs included. I did put out a post on the community page about possibly covering this series. We haven't played the games. We haven't read the books, but vast majority of the comments were saying it's okay to go in blind to this. I hear it's, to quote every Eternals review, pretty dense and there's a lot to follow, but yeah, just putting that out there right now. We're not familiar with this IP at all. Going in blind. Lastly, thank you to Prepper for editing out these highlights. I'm sure it's going to be really easy for you as we just sit here going, what?
Wait, I don't get it. Who's his name? What's that guy? Where are we right now? What's the kingdoms?
And if there's any nudity, it'll have to be blurred because it's YouTube. Let's do this.
God, what an introduction. Oh,
Nice.
Oh,
Not impressed. That's a quote from Superman. I'm not saying I'm not impressed. No, poor dear.
You don't give the orders around here. You mutant son of a bitch.
Mutant.
I apologize for my man's interference in your day. Hopefully he can improve his behavior by tomorrow's market.
Sorry, Renfri.
It's hard to make a living on main roads.
And you desperately need money for new clothes.
Maybe you can help him change.
Where are you from, Geralt?
Rivia.
I don't know where that is, but I could learn.
Ooh.
huh.
This is probably the best show we ever
This
reacted
is
to.
my favorite show. Oh my. Just spend the whole show here.
I'm grateful Destiny brought you to me.
You don't want my monster. You want me to kill yours.
Very clever, indeed.
What kind?
The worst kind of humankind. Its name is Renfri.
I think our witch is going to learn to feel over the course of this show.
Gonna grow a heart 3 times the size of it is now.
Mine, for example, is beautiful on the outside, but hideous on the inside. She has stretched her bloody talons towards me.
Wizards are all the same. You talk nonsense while making wise and meaningful faces.
This applies to many franchises.
And keep that quote in my back pocket.
The beautiful one. She's after you.
Daughter of King Fredifag of Crate.
Ah, I get it. Okay.
I'll pay you anything.
I kill monsters.
Killing Renfri is the lesser evil.
If I have to choose between one evil and another, then I prefer not to choose at all.
He's going to choose.
Yeah.
I would not mess with Henry Cavill.
Nope.
I feel like some shit's about to really go down in this kingdom right now.
I'm about to get red weddinged.
Yeah.
If we must do this now, here is your first lesson. As in life, it is impossible always to be fully prepared for battle. Keep your sword close and keep moving.
That advice is going to come in handy in like
Right
2
now.
minutes.
Yeah.
Would you honor me with the dance?
Martin.
She'd love to.
Keep your sword close.
Yeah.
I stand corrected. They're here.
Oh.
Time for battle.
Oh, it's the girl. What's her name? Ivana Renslayer?
Renfri is the one.
Stregabor's man raped me, robbed me, and let me go.
Oh, God.
You want me to kill Stregobor for you?
It's the lesser evil.
So I keep getting told.
People call you a monster too.
A mutant.
What if they come after you? Attack you?
They have.
Why not kill them?
Because then, I am what they say I am.
High road for Geralt.
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
My duty is to protect you.
You're resentful of that burden.
It's the greatest honor of my life.
The battle's gonna be coming to your doorstep, don't you worry.
Keep that sword close. Oh.
Wow. I think we're losing.
It seems like we're probably losing.
No way!
Oh, no. No.
He was so likable. That was like a perfect shot. Damn.
Yeah. Yes. Charge him.
Oh, I like that guy.
I know.
The supplies. Check we have enough.
This shit's all gonna collapse.
Yeah. And she's gonna become a warrior princess.
They've reached the gate.
So he's like their Merlin.
Kinda, yeah. Or well, whoa. I feel like the other guy in the Eden place was more their Merlin. This guy's got powers.
As long as I hold.
They should probably close the window.
Could you do this further inside?
It took 2 strikes to kill him. I turned to that girl afterwards. She was drenched in the man's blood. She took one look at me, screamed, vomited, and passed out. I thought the world needed me too.
The woods of eavesdropping.
Kingdom of eavesdropping. It's our greatest export.
I talked to my horse.
That's sad.
Is it?
It's a great way to give exposition.
I made my decision. You gave me an ultimatum, and I find they work. Tomorrow I'll leave Blaviken.
Really? Do I believe this woman?
After I've murdered that wizard.
Do witchers get sexually aroused?
That would be a
This
feeling.
witcher does.
I only have one feeling.
Lust. Is there a back door?
Can we fire arrows at the other side?
Panic. It's time.
You have to go fight all of them.
Lesson number 2. Know when it's time to stop moving.
You're conceding.
Nilfgaard takes no prisoners, which means that right now, my citizens are being tortured. Their insides are being pulled to their outsides while they watch. Their legs lit on fire. Their tongues fed to the dogs.
Oh.
She's being hyper specific about things that we don't see happening.
I know. They're mostly just getting stabbed.
You're making it worse for her, man.
You are destined for
I can't
great
do this without you.
We must go, Your Highness.
Find Geralt of Rivia. He is your destiny.
What? I just got chills.
Yeah.
Nipple chills. What's going on?
Are they somehow related? Is she some kind of witcher?
It is time. Nilfgaard is nigh.
Are they all just killing themselves?
That's, I guess, yeah. Unless they're gonna Hulk out or something.
Oh, God. Oh, that is heartbreaking.
Yeah. No. Oh, no. Oh, poor guy.
Jesus.
Not enough elixir for you.
The music is so shitty.
Distracting.
I need to point out I'm being sarcastic.
It's wonderful music.
Yeah.
Yeah, horse chase.
Was that the dude with the bow and arrow?
Yeah, he had like that feather thing, didn't he? Yeah, must be.
Whole life, Laszlo. Why?
Ah.
That's definitely the dude with the bow and arrow.
Yeah. This is calling cars. Great shots.
Are they related? Yeah, maybe she is a witcher. She's got the blonde hair.
And she's got, I mean, her eyes aren't the same color, but she's got unique eyes.
Yeah.
You're in the market, covered in blood. You say you can't choose, but you had to, and you'll never know if you were right. You will try to outrun the girl in the woods, but you cannot. She is your destiny.
Renfri. She gave us a message to pass on to you. You have to choose the lesser evil.
It's an ultimatum. Get it?
Like the dialogue from before.
Oh my God, he's gonna fuck these people up, man.
Let's do it. Let's go.
Oh!
Yeah, my dude. Oh!
Whoa, damn.
Cool. Oh! That's a cool blade. Oh, yeah.
If we cross swords,
I won't be able to stop.
Yeesh.
Ooh.
Whoa. Damn. That's amazing choreography.
I know, dude. God, they put in the work.
Did...
Oh.
The girl in the woods will be with you always. She is your destiny.
Oh.
Aww. Uh-oh.
Like a black canary power.
Yeah. Oh!
A mutation. It influences people. That's how she got these men to follow her. She got to you too, didn't she?
Do not touch her.
You butchered bodies in the streets of Blaviken.
You're a beast!
You endanger the girl.
Oh no. Oh.
Cowards.
The girl in the woods will be with you always. She is your destiny.
Whew. Well, shit, man. That was a pilot.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, we're not going to talk forever just because of the fact that all the episodes are here. We're just going to...
Yes, you'll see.
We'll watch them at our own pace, but these will get released weekly.
Break it down step by step.
That it was a lot to absorb, but I feel like I kept up with most of it for the, like there are some new names I've never heard in my entire life.
Yes.
And you got to get adjusted to the kingdom. Of course, there's like geography things that we don't yet know exactly. Mm-hmm. But in terms of like the immediacy of the situation, I think the show is shot incredibly well. There's a lot of great style and flourishes throughout the way they use a lot of their lens. I love a good blur.
Yeah, you can really
Blur.
feel the glass.
Yeah, you can really feel that in a lot of the shots. The visual effects and the scale of the production design feels just so rich and enhances the world building experience. Mm-hmm. This looks so expensive.
Yes, it does.
Looks like it cost a lot of money. And granted, like it's interesting to not granted wouldn't be the right choice of words here. It's interesting to go into this series and mainly be looking out for Henry Cavill as Geralt, just because of the fact that it's Henry Cavill and he looks so cool. And he is the title character.
Yes.
So
he's the Witcher.
Like going into here, like that's the main thing I'm looking forward to. So when we're cutting to these other people, like the Cirilla folk,
Yes.
Cirilla's the
Cintra, the Cintrians or whatever they're called. Yeah,
Cirilla's the girl, and then watching all that, it's like sometimes it's easy. It can be easy with certain. It's like the first time I'm watching Dune. It can be easy to be caught up in what details am I really missing about the bigger world, but the job, I think, when you're introducing such a major world in a pilot is getting you invested in the immediacy of the situation at hand. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what this pilot did so well. Was like when they're getting killed on the battlefield and the queen is getting killed and like when she's dying, I did find that very heartbreaking. Mm-hmm. And while I don't fully comprehend exactly what the war is that's waging between them.
Yeah, like the greater context and who the other people are other than they are a nearby rival kingdom.
Yeah, it would appear that this Ciri character is has this great power that is a threat to the lands. But she's not aware of it. That's essentially what I was gathering from it. That's what I mean, like the basic. That's what was important to me. Like, as long as I can latch onto the basics at hand and the emotion, I'm set, I'm solid, and everything else are just great details to pick up on. So, yeah, like getting caught up in that was really good, and it really helps that the acting is also very, very strong. Mm-hmm. I was a little bit surprised by the whole progression, though, of Geralt and Renfri. I thought, like, this is going to be a Geralt and Renfri show.
It seemed like a team up, and eventually...
Can I say it as Geralt or Gerald?
I think it's a hard G. I think it's Geralt. But I think
I got it.
I could see it being like GIF and GIF, though.
Got it. Okay.
Maybe there's a debate. You let us know.
Yeah, so... that's what I thought was going to happen. It was Geralt and Renfri were going to, like, team up, and he was going to make that choice. But I actually like the idea of like I love things that deal with like the thematic element of consequences of choices and actions. Mm-hmm. And watching how presumably, I don't want to get too caught up in theories, but presumably with this character is an apathetic individual, and you watch him slowly start to feel for certain areas that he wasn't anticipating, and ultimately left with sort of this pain and guilt that outweighs the physical pain he has just endured, and now what actions he'll take based upon that.
Has
Right?
has
Am
his
I latched
feelings
onto what the
awaken.
pilot is supposed to do? Sometimes I get a little concerned of follow this, right?
Yeah. Well, and it's funny because at the outset I was expecting something that's a little more like smooth jumping you in because like you said, it does feel, and the episode is called the end of the beginning or whatever, and so it threw me at first, but then I started to appreciate. I think there's going to be some element of a Game of Thrones comparison with a show like this. And one thing that everyone associates or often, touches upon when it comes to Game of Thrones is that, like, oh, nobody's safe and, like, anybody could die at any point. And there's this sense of real peril just to being in this world at all. And so jumping in here, I think, I enjoyed this on the level of knowing that, okay, there's going to be fine details like names, geography, places, times that I'm going to have to, increasingly familiarize with as the show goes. And even though, I'm sitting here going, okay, wait, did I catch everything? I feel like the broad strokes do work, and they do make some big impressions where it's like, oh, damn, it's like you said, I liked Henry Thomas. I didn't expect him to die, like, right away. And with Renfri, they make this very kind of compelling little back and forth that, takes you by surprise, or took me by surprise in how it wrapped up. And it makes me curious about how the rest of the story is going to progress, because this just isn't the displacement of any of the people and events that I had been expecting. Much like you was expecting someone who's like, we're definitely following Geralt this whole time, and watching as this alliance forms or whatever. And the only piece of context I really had coming into the show beforehand was that I think they based a lot of this on short stories that predate the actual, like, Witcher novels. Through that lens, that little piece of context, I can kind of see that, because this did feel like a vignette of sorts, even though it is going to, crest into the ultimate, I think, overarching plot, which is about Geralt and Ciri finding each other and, creating whatever alliance or thing needs to happen.
I mean, the impression that I got is Stregobor is a much bigger bad than is being let on.
Yeah. They did a nice debate of, like, which one of these guys should I trust?
Well, I mean, Stregobor uses Geralt's skills essentially to manipulate him. I mean, like, the manipulation kind of worked. It wasn't like he made a choice directly, like it was kind of a situation of circumstances in the immediate moment of what was transpiring in the fight.
Yeah.
But even right there in that moment, just because he wants the body of Renfri, just because he wants the body of Renfri, he manages to use his wicked words. See what I did?
Yeah.
Words to, rile up the crowd.
Yeah, and really show, it's like, no matter what motivation you had for the choice, I am the authority here, and I can sway everyone against you, and you're outnumbered now.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's like you got a lot of. It's like you don't get a full scope of the. What I'm curious about is how does this first episode play? Does it hit emotionally harder if on a rewatch?
Yeah.
Not like I watched this episode, then I rewatched the episode, but do I watch the season and then I decide to go back and watch
now
this?
I know the context that I should be aware of, so that I'm not sitting here trying to hold on to details and missing the drama. Yeah,
because I'm like, some of the drama, like you're watching a lot of, devastating effect for a lot of these characters and the harrowing nature of it, that I can't quite criticize the emotional intake of it, because a lot of times I'm like, I say mid-season just because of the weight and the atrocities that are occurring, and especially in its bleak atmospheric setting of the collapse of this loved kingdom. Usually I'm saying mid-season finale or even finale, because that would mean, like, the heartbreak and the intensity,
loss,
but it's hard for me to feel all that to the maximum capacity, just because I'm like, I'm still trying to understand. I'm still
I just got
still
here.
learning what's going on.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You know.
Like, whoa, we're already at the fall of an empire. Oh, damn.
Yeah. So what the strength I thought of what they did with focusing is letting you get like more acquainted with Geralt and Ciri, and I think Henry Cavill does a really good job. He's a really good job, and you pick up on that he has. Sure, he's like stoic, apathetic. However, he's he peppers it in from the very beginning that there's more going on underneath the surface than what's let on. He's not just defined by what people perceive of what you're to be.
This is some of the best grunt acting I've seen in a long time. It's like
that should be our reaction for all of episode 2.
No, but he's got so many expressive grunts, and I almost wonder if that's a video game thing, or if in the books they, kind of point out that he does that a lot, because it seems like a very specific choice, and I really... Yeah,
you see it in the script.
Geralt grunts.
Yeah.
Half his dialogue is just Geralt grunts. But he had such presence, and when the sword fight came down, like I'm sure there's some element of stunt magic happening there, but they really sold me on them actually having the fight, both him and the actors playing Renfri. I thought that was wonderfully staged and really visceral back and forth.
Yeah.
And what I will give it, as much as there is a certain element of like, okay, whoa, wait, do I have everything? There's a whole lot happening. I was still like, oh damn, like I was bummed that he killed her by the end.
Yeah.
And I still felt for things like that.
I wasn't like heartbroken or shattered. Not that I think I needed to be.
No.
But yeah, it's like when they were like starting to build up their sexual tension and chemistry, they that was like an actual they slept together, right? It wasn't just
It appears that way.
A vision.
I'm pretty sure they did.
That's when I started getting a little bit confused of, did they actually sleep together, or was that just a dream sequence that happened? Because they for sure kissed and stuff. So I mean, I wasn't really feeling the chemistry, but it was a weird thing because I like Geralt, and I was overall liking the Renfri character, but I wasn't really feeling their chemistry.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
I wasn't rooting for them to get together in any way, but I was finding myself at the end going, oh, I thought Renfri was going to be a character.
Yeah. That's just a great way to put it. Yeah.
which is a good way to establish that element of like, oh, no, don't get too attached. That keeps a world like this feeling unpredictable. But yeah, I guess... I wouldn't have wanted to be prepared for that, but I was taken aback in the moment, I guess. I wasn't expecting that.
Well, it seems like it's got a really obvious setup. Like, okay, he's not going to choose, but he's going to care for Renfri, and then they're going to go and take on baddies together.
And then he's going to find out that her motivation probably was the proper motivation, because this Stregobor guy is, he shows his hand by the end. Because I thought they did at least a nice job at first. I mean, when she tells the context of her story, I was pretty much like, you're probably in the right. Just because, I don't know, her performance even just clued that. But early on, before, you get the reveal of, Stregobor being very upfront about his intent, they made a kind of nice little debate of that.
Yeah. Well, I think Geralt too is he's an interesting character to me because you can feel that there's more. I don't know if he like strongly desires human connection, but you can tell there's a part of him that does.
He wouldn't talk to his horse if he didn't have some kind of yearning for connection.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's a sign of loneliness.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. It's an interesting character.
Yeah.
And he's so buff.
He is so buff. I think the only thing that I was really like, wait a minute, was how did they get the queen from the battlefield back to the castle so quick with like no intermittent like that. If I had one gripe at all, that was my gripe. Was sort of like, wait, I just saw you fall on the battlefield. And this seems like it's a concurrent moment, but you're already back at the castle. What's going on? But I loved her performance. I think of all the performances, the Queen was my favorite performance.
Yeah,
like
I agree with you on that.
She had wonderful presence. Yeah,
she felt like really lived in.
Yeah. I could feel all the character work she must have done, all that gravity when she's finally gonna fall out of the window and, you know, accept her fate.
Right.
And even her backs and forth, like I loved that whole thing where she's talking to Ciri and she's like, now is not my time or whatever, and they do that really long thing where she's like letting go of her hand. Just like little intimate moments
True.
like that were some of the richest character, you know, actually feeling, you know, the resonance of the character moments for me.
That's a very good point. Very good point. All right, guys. Well, my head hurts.
It does.
I'm not gonna lie, I got a bit of a headache.
Concentration headache. You got one big ass monster at the top, and then the rest is okay. Deets and times, dates, names, places.
Yeah, I got a bit.
What kind of structure of show are we getting into?
It was. I'm gonna take some ibuprofen right now, but I appreciate you guys for being here, and I am looking forward to the rest. I'm definitely compelled. Leave your thoughts down below. Clear up everything without spoiling anything.
Spoilers.
Hit that like button, and we'll catch you guys soon.